Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Season 41, War number 5. Today we're taking on Legion. Our murderer's row of opponents this season continues with these guys. They are very good. We did lose to them last season. Team today looking a little different. Dr. Doom and Spider-Man 2099 making their Alliance War attack debut for me in Tier 1. Archangel along for the ride as well. We have 2 fights with him. Only 4 total fights. A bit of a light war for me. Starting off today on Path 4 in Section 1, we have a Clairvoyant here on node number 10. Going to be very difficult for me to die on this node, especially with Dr. Doom. Nevertheless, we want to play the fight correctly anyways. So the Doom Slap is going to help you keep your distance from her, which is going to negate a lot of the long-distance relationship node. Beyond that, we don't want her to throw any heavies or special ones, because that will trigger the steady build-up fury, give her a huge attack increase. And then from there, we just need to make sure that all of our parries stick. Since we have the permanent heal block debuff on us, we have reduced defensive ability accuracy from insult to injury as well. So one Doom Cycle is basically going to end this fight here. The only, it's not really even a concern is she does eat our Fury buff as soon as the Special 3 is over because she has enough of those Clairvoyant charges. Doesn't really matter though. The Incinerates do a ton of the work here, and I think she is either straight up dead from the Special 2 or shortly thereafter there. So we're going to do the normal Doom Cycle Power Drain right into the Special 2. I do have a couple of weaknesses on me, but I'm really not concerned about it at all. And then I think one more slap ends the fight. So 100% health, pretty happy with that one. Moving on, we're up in Section 2 on Path 2. We have a Wiccan on Node 31. Now, normally when you play against a Wiccan, you can't really parry him because he places a Neutralize on you, and then that turns into an Incinerate, and it's a whole thing. However, since Neutralize is a form of ability accuracy reduction, Archangel is actually immune to it, so he can safely parry Wiccan without getting that Neutralize, and don't have to worry about the Incinerate. The only other real concern in this fight is just the amount of power that we're going to be giving him via Mystic Dispersion, both from the Placebo node and from the Subterfuge node. However, Archangel finishes his fight pretty quickly. We can afford to be very patient here and just bait out every special one that he has, get our parries in, get our heavy knockdowns in whenever we can. I'm not really sure you do need to dex out of that last hit of the Special 1, by the way. I do it just kind of out of reflex, but I think if you just sit at the end of the screen, you can safely just sit there and you won't take like a blocked hit or anything. So Neuro's putting in their work, and down he goes. Also very happy with that fight. Alright, next up we have a MOJO on node 41 with a couple of nodes that make absolutely no difference to Miguel because they are both buff related and he is buff from immune. So this is basically just a standard nothing burger MOJO fight with Miguel. We're going to just hit into him normally, build up to that Special 2, get that Wither up, and by then the fight is going to be pretty much over anyway. So you can basically play this fight kind of any way you want. The only danger in this fight is if you take a Special 2 or a Special 3 because he will still place those passive degens on you. However, we're never going to be giving him any power via Mystic Dispersion, so we are in complete control of this fight. And it doesn't matter how many prompts he completes either. There we go. Special 2 does a crap ton of damage. He's being very cooperative with his Special 1s. I'm hitting into his block. I don't really know why. It doesn't matter. Any combo into him would have finished the fight as well. Alright, last fight of the war for me is a Spidey Supreme on Boss Island, Node 51. I'm going to go in here with Archangel. I do have a House of X pre-fight, which is critical for this. Also have a Horseman pre-fight, which is nice but not necessary here. So we're going to start off with a heavy, and then from here we're going to do parry, and then light heavy, and then alternating our attacks that way will avoid the Combat Deja Vu Prowess node as well, and also avoid the Prowess Puncture node, because we won't have any natural prowess to deal with. But we can afford to play very patiently here, just, block or dex his specials. They're not really going to hit that hard unless we push him to a Special 2 or we take some hits and get those Spider Seal buffs on us. Either way, he goes down very quickly here. I was a little concerned about this fight going in, but the plan worked out really well, and he goes down in like 20 seconds or something. Unfortunately, we did not pull off the W here, so shout out to Legion on their win. 4 kills, 0 deaths, and our record falls to 2 and 3. Like I said at the top of the video, our schedule to start the season has been very challenging. So I'm hoping we can pull off a few more victories before the end of the season and still secure Masters. That's always the goal. Folks, if you enjoyed this, please let me know by hitting that like button. And as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.